to Poke Nation, a newly roasted Eastwood.
Very true. Very true. Glad that's over. It was fun though, but I'm glad it's over.
What do you mean it was? It's never over. You should be roasted every day.
Oh my goodness.
That was a lot of fun though.
It was good. It was a great cause.
And somebody wrote your jokes for you apparently because you were funny.
I was pretty good, right?
You actually were very good.
Well,
I thought you went a little long on my segment. Longer than anybody else. I think we were. Counting.
Well, I was.
And I was the nicest to you of all the people.
I was more prepared for you. But it was good. Like it was great.
Some of the women in your life were a little rough on you there, Coach.
For sure.
I'll tell you that
for sure.
much.
My girlfriend and my daughter were brutal. Yes.
Well, I stayed away from that part of their life, but they did not. But all in all, good cause.
It was great. Yeah, raised a lot of money for a great cause.
Somebody made a picture of you.
For what do you mean?
Did a picture of you?
Oh, for the roast?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A painting? Unbelievable.
The painting was really cool. I didn't know that the Boy Scouts were going to do that for me, but it was really cool.
I didn't know that they could touch that much up and make you look that good.
No doubt. But it was good. Look, it was raised a lot of money for a great cause, and happy to be the butt of people's jokes for a night. So here we go.
You get more than a night, people, by the way, around town. But first week of football is done. Mm-hmm. You got the new stadium in. Naming rights, you got your press box up.
Yeah.
You're probably happy to be done with that part of it.
I am.
But what did you see of it? Where do you think you're going to work on, and how did it go overall?
Well, obviously, whenever there's a first game, you have some things you need to correct. Like
you have a lot of new staff too.
A lot of new staff. But, concessions is an issue. We got to do a way better job. It's crazy as it sounds. I'm not over concessions, but concessions needs to get better. There's some things from the reads, whatever, that, most people, 99% of the people wouldn't even know that I realize and know. But overall, you think about, we have a brand new ticket guy, brand new marketing guy, and a brand new facilities guy. And when you come to McNeese football, it's a real spectacle, if you will. It's a lot of moving parts. And I am really, really proud of our team for just a really, really good job. And hey, are there areas we can get better? For sure. But it was nice to see it all come to fruition.
That's good. It was nice to get it over with too.
Yes,
I guess
100%.
I know Matt Viator said a lot of things in the press conference afterwards. He was glad it was done.
Yep.
Glad he could move on with the season.
Yeah, and I love this quote about tired of being like, okay, I'm back. Well, now I'm already back. So
I'm back. Let's move on.
Let's move on. So it's great, and it's just.
But he did become the all-time winningest coach alone. So
absolutely.
And they did. Let's be faced. They scored 54 points, which I think was like a third or a fourth of as many points as they scored all of last year. Now the competition wasn't the greatest,
sure,
but you saw things that gave you hope that, hey, there's some things to work with.
I just loved how we played, and again, listen, nothing to take away from Louisiana College, and we obviously, we're going to have a huge step up in competition, moving forward. But we did so many things that we haven't done since I've been here as EAD, and just watching from the sideline and the communication, and we're not just flying by the seat of our pants, and everyone just had their role. It was consistent, and it was just great to see.
I had one concern though, if you want the truth.
Okay.
How is it with the first touchdown scored on the season? You're in the photo shoot. It is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know that. I really don't. It's
incredible.
But hey, I'm glad I was right there to witness it on the field.
I thought you were superimposed, maybe, perhaps. You just find a way to always be in every photo. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. It was just, but overall, you had a fireworks show afterwards, so you kept some people in the stands with that. Was that kind of the hope to do? For
sure, and we wanted to celebrate the opening of the stadium. It's Navarre Stadium, opening of the press box, Coach V's. All-time, now is the all-time winningest coach. There was a lot of things to celebrate, and I was really excited about it for our crowd, especially with the weather.
Rained hard all morning.
Yeah,
a lot of flooding.
And I started going to, I visit all the tailgates, every Saturday, and it was remarkable to me that, how many people still came out with the weather. So I'm really, really encouraged. I think people are excited. Hopefully we can go to Lafayette next week or this weekend and just play well, put ourselves in a position. But I love where we're at and where we're headed.
And you hosted a party up in your suite.
It was great, yeah. I mean, had a lot of good people up there and entertained there, and so it was good.
Were you there at all? You were on the field
in the second half. The first half, I
saw you on the field the whole time. I was like, "What's he doing?"
I had 4 presentations the first game, so it was.
Yeah, I saw that. You were giving you get an award, you get an award, you get money. Everybody was getting. I didn't get anything.
You're unbelievable.
I still don't get anything from you. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Oh,
everybody else gets stuff. You're out there on the field. You're shaking everybody's hand. You're in the middle of all these interviews. You even did an interview, didn't you?
I did not. That was Dr.
Roos.
No, Dr. Roos did the interview. I didn't do that.
Oh, I'm surprised he pushed you out of the way. When we come back, we're going to have a special guest to talk about the McNeese USL rivalry from a former player standpoint after this on Poke Nation.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinand. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinand Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Welcome back to Poke Nation. We have a special guest this week. Obviously, we brought Mr. Alan Heisser in. How you doing, sir?
Good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Okay, well, first of all, welcome to Poke Nation. Okay, the UL game is Saturday.
USL.
He's
going to say USL.
I'm going to say USL.
Say it all the time.
Got it. Okay, so obviously, as a Hall of Famer and someone who, obviously, when you played here, USL was in the league, right?
Yes.
And it was a huge rivalry. Talk a little bit about that time and the rivalry.
Well, in fact, on my recruiting visit here, McNeese was playing USL. And actually, I was the last time they beat them. We didn't lose to them. But we could play checkers, and it would sell the place out. And it was such a good rivalry. And I've told this to several people. Back then, there was no ESPN or none of that. You had Notre Dame on NBC every Saturday, and ABC had one national and 4 regional. My senior year, they picked up USL McNeese as one of the regional games. That's what people thought about it. It's one of 2 games that when you drove down the interstate, there was sheets hanging from the bridge. Go to hell, USL. And you look on the other side of the bridge, go to hell, McNeese. Because coming this way, if they were coming here, that's what they had. And going that way, and the people yelled that in the stands. And it was packed every time. It was just a great rivalry that I enjoyed playing.
So what is it? What do you think now? Obviously, they've went to a different league and all those things. And You know, I'm sure we'll get into that at some point too, but this Saturday we go to Lafayette.
Yes.
What, you know, you've watched McNeese football for a long time. You know, obviously, you know, it's a huge step up in competition from what we had on Saturday, but what did you see this Saturday that, that maybe you haven't seen in the past few years and that you kind of gets you a little bit more excited about Cowboy football?
The first thing that jumps out is the discipline. There's not all the celebrating over nothing. If you make a tackle 15 yards down the field, there's no reason to celebrate. You know, tackling 15-yard loss, then maybe.
Right.
But we only had, so if I remember right, 2 of the foolish penalties where we had too many of those. And as a former player, and I've talked to many of them, when you see that play after play, those unsportsmanlike or whatever penalties that hurt you, it's not good. And that has all been cleaned up. And it makes me excited that they play with discipline. And if you play with discipline and keep the process or be faithful to the process, you're going to get better and you're going to have a chance to win.
Right.
And I'm happy with what I saw Saturday night.
Yeah, they didn't beat themselves. They didn't make the dumb things. And
No.
that's what you wanted to see. That was the first thing you wanted to see. I guess back in the day, as they always say.
Only 52 years ago I came here.
But the rivalry was bitter. It was. What was it like on the field? Because the fans were rough on each other. What was it like on the field?
Well, it was exciting for me and a lot of other guys because the conference then was mainly Louisiana schools, Louisiana Tech, USL, Northwestern, and things. So everywhere there was a rivalry. And my senior year here, there was 61 kids from my high school playing college football at one time. And everyone we played, there was 2 or 3 guys from my high school. And I wasn't the only one. So we were mainly all from here. So that made it better and more exciting because you was playing against old teammates. But when we played them here in '76, if we win, we got a chance to go to an Independence Bowl.
Yeah.
They had played an ineligible player a couple of games. They had to forfeit game. Going into the game, they were 9-1, we were 8-2, but they had to forfeit 2 games. They could keep us from going to the Independence Bowl and winning the conference. But if we won, we're going. We ended up winning 21-19. Septien Raphael Septien, who ended up kicking in the pros for several years, missed 2 extra points. But in that game, in the third quarter, I think in the fourth quarter, we going in for the winning score at that time. I'm lining up, and someone just comes and shoves me. And as a fan had ran out of the stand without a shirt on, one of their guys, he's got a beer in his hand and he's running. I just feel somebody push me. But it was the hill on both sides. You couldn't see a blade of grass. And it was that way every game. And that was even to the point that the governor flew in for that game. And
really?
He flew in to see that game in 1976. And then we go on, we win the conference, the first in the school's history, and we win the first Independence Bowl after that. And I remind my friends all the time that played there that we beat you to go do that.
Did you have a touchdown in that game?
I had a touchdown the next year,
year?
in my senior year against USL. I had receptions in that game in 7, but didn't score a touchdown in that game.
You know the governor? You coming to this game?
I don't think,
come on.
I don't think so, but you never know. You never know.
You're going to be a senator one day. Why not?
No. Have no interest in that. Have no interest in politics.
You're already in politics.
You are a politics. You're the most political guy around here. When we come back, we'll have more with Alan after this on the rivalry.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinand. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinand Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
30 seconds as Morvan rolls right. Kennedy chasing him from behind. In the corner of the end zone, touchdown to Heisser. Number 81, Alan Heisser. I got a feeling Alan Heisser is not going to want to give that one up. He puts it right in the hands of an assistant coach and starts back onto the field because this is a very important extra point.
We're back with the Hall of Famer. Alan, I guess the question for you here is the lead up to the game, the week of. Was that a special week around town?
Oh, my God, yes. Yep. Every business you went to, if you were going to class, other students said, y'all going to beat USL this week. We're going to beat USL. You go to lunch somewhere, the same. Everyone was excited about it. And that's one of the few times that there was a lot of people came and watched practice. There was always a few, but there was a bunch came that week, and they were yelling, go to hell, USL, at practice. Yeah.
The thing is that we don't really have those rivalries now. Lamar a little bit. How much would it mean for you to see McNeese go out there and kind of pull off an upset, but kind of reestablish that as a rivalry?
That would be a gift. You can do away, no more Christmas. Do away with it this year. But I was fortunate enough that we never lost to them. In my redshirt year, we won, and then my senior year, we ended up in a tie. That's the game I caught the touchdown pass in, and our kicker missed the only extra point of his career. And the game ended in a tie.
No.
And it was just, there was no overtime. And so it was kind of bittersweet.
The thing about it is the rivalry, how good was it for both towns?
Oh, it was great. It was, because it was a game that people marked on their calendar as soon as the schedule came out. I had friends, I grew up in the Covington area. That game was sold out months ahead of time. I mean, it was the same thing in Lafayette. It was, everything was surrounded around that game. That's what the whole season focused on. Whether it was the players, the coaches, the managers, the trainers, that was the game. And it was always hard fought, always, everyone's doing it. But I'm telling you, there's no one on our schedule today that comes close to that feeling. I've had people, when we played Southern a few years ago, I was on the sideline, I've never seen this many people in the stands before. You should have been here when USL or Tech came to town. It was like that every time, and a lot of
people forget that Tech was a big rival.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that what's happened with college athletics in these leagues. You got UCLA playing Rutgers.
Yeah.
I really think that the pendulum will eventually swing back because financially, right? I mean, at the end of the day. Yeah. We'll see, but I think when we go to UL next week, we're going to bring a large contingent of people.
Yeah. God, yes.
And so it will help them with their gate, and so
and it makes sense
for sure. So if we could ever get back to the regional rivalries and bring those together, I think it would help everyone, just because people will travel to Tech, they'll travel to Monroe, they'll travel to North. I mean, it's. That's again what it used to be.
Right.
But then college athletics has just turned into. It's wild. But I do think the pendulum will swing back.
I agree. And the other part in addition to not having it, I think TV in a roundabout way hurts it, because if it, like Saturday, I'm sure there was people stayed home because it had rained and they didn't know if it was going to rain again.
For sure.
It's too easy to watch it on TV.
Right.
And it's that game, when it was televised our senior year, my mother stayed home. One of the few games she missed, said, I wanted to watch it on TV, because that was the only time we played on TV.
For sure.
When we played in the Independence Bowl, it was tape delayed. It was not on live TV. And that's what they thought of that rivalry. And it's not just us, it's them. I have a lot of friends in Lafayette. As soon as that, a couple of years ago, it came out we were playing, I started getting messages from people that, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. It's a special game.
Now, when you guys were going over there and that, you were playing against a lot of friends, weren't you?
God, yes. Yeah.
That makes it even more interesting.
There was 3 guys that I went all through high school with. And we graduated together. They went to USL, I came here. 2 of them were defensive backs. And when I caught a touchdown in that game, like I said, one of them was over Charlie Forey. and I remind, he's an attorney in Lafayette now, and we sometimes cross in some work I do, and he tells people about that play, and a couple of times he tried to tackle me, and he was just a little skinny guy. He just got in the way, you know. So but it was good, and that made the rivalry better also. Hell, one of the guys was a defensive end, and one game we were playing, I told him to play. He didn't believe me. And our tackle looked at me and said, Alan, what are you doing? I said, I don't want to tell Tommy to play. I said, Tommy, we're going to run a toss this side. We're going to engage and skate to the outside. Oh, Alan, shut up. It was that play. He didn't skate, so he got hooked and went around. I tried to help him. He wouldn't believe me.
I guess the last question for you is this. What would it mean to go over there and win to the old players that have seen you all kind of step up in the division and that and become something that McNeese probably wants to become? What would it mean to you guys?
It mean everything. The guys that built this foundation, it would mean everything to them. Just beating those guys, I don't even wear red. You know, just beating those guys would mean everything. As a former player, and you could talk to everyone that played in that rivalry. If we had to win one game this year, that's the game they want to win.
Well, hopefully you're going to at least win one more than that.
But I'm telling you, that's what everyone thinks.
Alan, thanks for being with us.
Sure.
Good luck on watching McNeese on Saturday night. And try not to hit anybody.
No.
We'll be back after this on Coach's final thoughts on Polk Nation.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
We're back. It's good to see the old players come back and be a part of it, and they're excited. There are a couple of years there where they were down about the whole program, but they're excited about the program. That must make you feel pretty good.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's great, and Alan obviously has been a huge supporter, and and to have his perspective, and I know he speaks for a lot of former players, and it's neat, and. To hear the stories of what it was.
Well, to hear a fan running out with a beer to push him is
100%.
Actually a pretty good story.
Yeah, for sure. And but it's it used to be a real rivalry, and hopefully we can continue it. And what people don't understand
what are you getting for the game?
I think we're getting $225 or $250, and then we get a block of tickets. But it's a bus trip, so it's okay, and that's why we had to play 2. Because we're going to Utah State for a little over 400, I believe. So, but I mean, for us, it's a huge game, and I think that, like I said with Alan, there is I hope the pendulum swings back, right? And there's more rivalries established, and because obviously playing Tech and UL and Monroe every year would be amazing for everybody.
Well, that's why I said last week on the podcast, I actually said, it's really kind of up to the McNeese fans if you want this rivalry to go, because if you show up and you show ULL that there's a financial benefit to playing McNeese, then they'll play the game again, because they're looking for money too.
I think so too.
They're not, their general games aren't drawing in the 30,000s, but when McNeese last went there, it was in the 30,000.
Yeah.
So you see that's your opportunity to make a statement.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think fans forget that that's where they have the chance to do that.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. And, but it is, and we are playing them again in basketball, and we got a 4-year series with them. So that's great. And kudos to Brian Maggard, their AD, for helping us get that done, because I think it's important for us to do that.
But the only one in the state that'll play you.
Very true. And it's right up the road. So it's good for both people. I wish that, but it's the only in-state school that will play us in basketball.
Yeah, I would. The Tech games used to play. Monroe doesn't really have the rivalry with you, but the Tech rivalries were great in basketball here and football. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see you play Tulane again. I think those are games that would matter.
Yeah, I do too.
Those are fun games for fans. And another thing is, if the fans want to contribute to going to FBS, I think also going to this game and showing FBS division programs and leagues that you do follow McNeese is also a big thing, because they're looking for the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone talks about it, and but for us, we got a lot of work to do. Our opening this facility was a big step. We just got to continue to win football games.
Yeah.
We have to do our share. We have to continue to win in men's basketball, get women's basketball on track, and then obviously baseball and softball, keep them going. And
they already play all those.
Exactly right.
But women's basketball doesn't play you.
Yeah, they won't play us either.
No, that's
right. I don't know if anyone in state will play Coach Gazzardo anymore either.
No, I don't. Well, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. But it is a interesting thing to be McNeese too good to play.
How about that?
That's weird. I do want to mention one thing though. Your volleyball off to a 2-1 start.
Yeah, really excited about
a big tournament, nice tournament. They beat Tulane. They beat Southern Illinois. Lost to Sam Houston at the Sam Houston Invitational. They host 3 matches this week. Starting Thursday night, they host the Cowgirl Classic.
Yep.
So that's a nice start for her team.
It is, and I'm excited about what Coach has put together, and I think we really concentrated, and she concentrated on getting some, local kids on I-10, and I think that's paid dividends. And
they're pretty young too.
We are young, and I like our group, and I think they had a good preseason. So I'm excited.
So now we go into one last question about this week particular.
Okay.
In 2 weeks, who's our musical guest in 2 weeks?
the Molly Ringwalds are coming, which is a huge band. You haven't heard them? You need to Google them. The Molly Ringwalds haven't been in Southwest Louisiana forever. Like, they are phenomenal. They're like a real national band. They go out.
It's a very interesting name, though.
Oh, they're great. The place would be packed.
I've never heard of any of I don't hear of anybody that's modern.
Because, like I said in the roast, you spend your whole life in rooms by yourself.
Yeah. Well,
Thus, you're the funniest and smartest guy in the room.
I know in those rooms people like me. How's that? You can't.
I love it.
No one's gonna pick on you.
I love it. But
for you this week, is there an importance to look at FBS, or do you think that, or is it just 1 week out there? But
for me, it's just 1 week, and a lot of people talk about that. And listen, we want to play well for a lot of reasons. One, it's right up the street. It's the next game on our schedule. I've said this on record before. If we have an opportunity and it makes sense, we would never not get on the train again. But we got a lot of work to do. I don't spend all my days and all my time worrying about that. There's enough to worry about, daily without that. But at the same time, we have to continue to do a lot of things better and continue to grow as a university, grow as an athletic department, grow our funding, and I think that we're on the right track.
And one real quick thing is, you want to be nationally relevant. Well, Kirk Herbstreit mentioned McNeese 3
How about
times
that?
over the weekend.
I know.
Not all of it glowingly, but
For sure. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I'll take it. I heard it, actually. I was watching game day early that morning before I went to the Hall of Fame banquet, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, Kurt."
There you go. That's all.
Yeah.
You want to be relevant. You're relevant. And we'll find out next week. We'll find out how relevant McNeese is after they play USL We'll see you next time on Poke Nation.